Dan Frio here with your closing bell for April 25th, 2025. Rates went down. I told you they were going to go down today, so you have to be patient, folks. So rates went down a little bit. Today, the stock market actually went up pretty decent. Well, over here, the NASDAQ went up pretty decent. The other ones were at least in the green today, continue to stay in the green. We had the VIX down, keeps dropping. That's great news there. If you look at this, it's like, okay, there's really nothing here. You scroll down through the headlines and buy now, stock up, the fear of tariffs, and then other things, federal judge here, and it's like, okay, nothing really happened. But then you go over to a different station, and you're like, Trump tariff live updates. China eases some U.S. tariffs as Trump says he wants. Where's that in the headlines? Why isn't that making the markets go up 2, 3, 4,000 points? Interesting, isn't it? So let's go over to the bond market. The bond market's having a pretty good day today, and that's why we're seeing rates come down right through here. So that's where we're going to try to tie all this together to figure out what's going on in today's market. So my name is Dan Frio. I actually hope to be your nationwide mortgage loan officer. And if you're looking to buy a house or maybe to refinance a house, I'll give you all my information at the end of this video. My concern is, my hopes is you just learn something, in regards to these things here, because I try to explain to you guys where mortgage rates are going, and also how the economy and all the economic news plays a role in this as well. So let's get to today's news. We saw mortgage rates come down. Now, I haven't said this in a while, but I want you guys to understand where these rates consist of, because you might say, well, Dan, I got a quote from you and the rate was higher than that, or the rate was lower than that. What's going on? Well, there's not just one 30-year fixed rate. This rate varies. So to get this rate, here's what you need. Well, Mortgage News Daily, I'll give them the credit up there. They post this, and they survey lenders all over the country. They ask them 5 questions. The 5 questions are important. First 3, you're probably like, yeah, Dan, that's me. Yeah, that's me. You're looking to buy that first house. It's going to be a single family home, and you're going to live there. So that might be you. Okay, so the other piece of this puzzle, and if you watch me for a while, you're going to always hear me say, you can't judge a book by its cover. So let's dive in. And these people, what are they doing? Well, let's do this. They're putting down 25% because they're only getting a loan for 75%, and they have a credit score of 780. Well, is that you? Well, if that's you, well, most likely that's where your interest rate's going to be. So let's blow that or bring that back out. So if that's not you, well, I'll be able to help you at the end of this video to figure out what rate you fit in, and also which program to fit into as well. So let's get over to it here in the news. The only thing that I'm seeing right now is there's some easing, I guess, with the China tariffs. It's not really making big news. It's not really upsetting the apple cart when you look into basically the equities through here. We had a good week in the markets here, and we had a fantastic week in the bond market. Now, is that going to continue, or is that going to change? Next week is a huge week, folks. So let me bring up a thing on the screen real quick. The Federal Reserve, they look at these items right through here. Let me go through it real quick with you. Okay, so these are the main items that the Federal Reserve is going to monitor, or they do monitor in regards to what they're going to do with interest rates. Now, this isn't a big play right now because the tariffs and everything else are playing a kind of a bigger role in a lot of this, but these are the items that they focus in on, and this is the interest rate that they control. Okay, so these numbers, they're going to be updated next week. We're going to get every one of these numbers of the 3 categories that the Federal Reserve really mainly, this is the thing that they're concerned is, and this is the reason why they were created. They're going to get inflation, the PCE. You have to make sure it's the PCE, the unemployment rate, and the GDP. And the GDP is supposed to kind of go down quite a bit next week. So we're going to see how all these kind of play out. But it's not just these fundamentals anymore that really are playing a role in the economy. It's what tariffs are going to do. What are international trades? We still have the Ukraine-Russia situation, all that. So all these things play a role in what the markets are doing. So what are we expecting to happen, let's say, next week? Well, next week, my thoughts are this. We're going to have, hopefully, some more tariff easing. Okay, so that hopefully is going to calm the market. It's coming, folks. It's coming. Okay, so what you're also going to see is you're going to start seeing these things come down. So the Federal Reserve, one of the biggest things in this inflation number is housing. The housing number that they really focus in on, it's been dropping dramatically. Also, the same data that they look in here is energy. Energy, we have oil prices. I think they're down 20-25%. So if you have 2 of the biggest components of the PCE dropping that much, you're going to have those come down as well. Now, the concern that we're seeing right now from the Fed and even the economists is right through here. what's this all going to do to the job market? Now, it was interesting. I had a conversation with a young man in Washington today. Jag, shout out to you, buddy. We will be doing a video on a young man that I've been working with. He's an awesome young man up in Washington. He gave me his address and where they are located, and he wanted me to give him a shout out and also do a video about where they live. And it's an area in Washington that's absolutely beautiful. I've never even heard of. So I'm working on a video on that just to show him my appreciation and help those people out, because he works at a hospital. And a lot of people, I guess, watch my channel, so thank you so much. And I'm just trying to give them a shout out saying, here's what your market's doing. If I can help any of you at the hospital or in that area, I'd love to help. So thanks to Jag and his staff for helping me out there. But let's get back to it. Here's what my conversation with him was this. He lives very close to Vancouver, and he said it is scary right now on how many people from Canada are not coming into the U.S. to shop. He said he used to go to Costco and some of the other stores, and you'd pull in the parking lot. You know how it is, probably in your local areas. It's nuts half the time, especially if you go on a Saturday. He's like, it's kind of empty. You can get a parking spot right in the front. That's a concern, folks. And I'm hearing that from realtors all over the country as well. And I'm going to reach out to a Florida realtor here in a couple weeks. I'll be down there visiting, and I want to talk to them about how the Canadians, are they still buying? Are they really pulling out in Florida as well? We heard from Rick. It helps Rick. So check out his YouTube channel. He's a realtor out in Arizona, and he was telling us the same thing. There's a lot of contracts, and a lot of people have canceled their trips from Canada into their area up in Phoenix, Arizona. So it's a concern that we have out there. So hopefully calm heads resolve out of a lot of these things. But this is the thing that we're going to watch. So is GDP going to really plummet for a lot of these things? It could, folks, and then that could push down unemployment. The good news, or hopefully possibly the good news there, is then the Federal Reserve kind of might be stuck at this point to cut rates, because here's the interest rate that they control. Okay, usually this rate is kind of right around what the inflation rate is. Okay, so if you have inflation right now at, let's say, 3, I'm going to say it's still probably right almost in the wheelhouse of the Federal Reserve at 2%, but let's just say it's at 3. Let's also say tariffs blow up the map and they bring in another 50 basis points on the inflation numbers. And I don't think anybody's really expecting that across the board. But let's just say. So now you're at 3.25, 3.5, okay, on the inflation numbers. Well, you're still at 4.25 to 4.5 on the federal funds rate. So you have at least a half, 3/4 of a spread there to take out and reduce rates. So that's what President Trump's arguing. And then on their side, we're like, well, we don't know if tariffs are just going to add that 0.25 or 0.5 to the equation. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys, you have to monitor these things and take advantage of it. If you're a homeowner right now and you're continuing to monitor these rates and you're looking at, okay, when can I actually lock in? Because we had a good reprieve in rates over the last couple of days. Let's get to a 5-day chart. Okay, so here's what I want to explain to a lot of people. Here's the charts that we watch when we're looking at mortgage rates. Okay, so what you have to understand with this chart is this price right here. So the MBS market, with the mortgage bond market, is represented in like a dollar figure. So we have to compose this or translate it into what the interest rate would be. Well, which all you need to do is say, well, here's this bond price. If it's going up, well, the rate is going down. Okay, so this is a huge run, though, folks. Let's look at it. This is just over the last couple days. We were down at the range of 98.5. You can see right through here. Now we're at 99. That's a 100 basis point run that we've seen over the last week. So if you locked in down here, you did yourself an injustice. And so these are how maybe I can help you out if you're looking to refinance and if you're looking to buy. Here's what my slogan is. So let's go over to my website and I'll tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name is Dan Frio. I do this report actually 2 times a day. I am a federally licensed mortgage loan officer. I work at a federal bank. That makes me licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. Unique thing about the bank, and the reason why I joined the bank, is I'm helping them grow. So here's the unique thing. Well, there's only a couple banks in the whole country that do this. We've set up ourselves with 33 other banks to offer all of our programs to you guys. So with one application right here at our website, one credit pool, we're going to shop your loan with all the programs I have here and all the programs 33 other lenders have. Now, if you can do that on your own, and maybe it's your full-time job, God bless you. If you'd like me to take over the reins of this for you, and again, no matter where you live in the whole country, I'm licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. I'd love to help you. So visit us at therateupdate.com. You can find all the tools we have right up there above. The cool thing too is scroll down. We have a lot of videos. I have over 3,000 videos on my YouTube channel, but these are some that we kind of handpicked. We just created this system right here, and this is for you homeowners out there, which are looking to try to find that perfect time to lock in that rate. We created this site for you. Just click it in. It's called the RateWatch. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in your information. We don't sell the data, folks. I put this in, honestly, I put it in an Excel spreadsheet and I monitor it personally. But you can watch this video just to kind of explain a little bit about it. But you can also go through here, and these are just some of the top 6 programs that we basically pulled out. If you're looking to buy that first house, or all the way over here to you're looking, or your parents or grandparents or somebody needs help with a reverse mortgage, we can help you all the way in between. And if you're a disabled vet, we'd love to introduce you to this program. So check it out. And if you need some help with that, we'd love to help you as well. So that's it for this week, folks. Next week's going to be a barn burner of a week, because we have financial data of each one of these key points that the Federal Reserve monitors. Each one of these things are coming in each day next week. So tune in daily to make sure your alerts are online. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and put on those alerts down there. So next week, every day when these figures come out, you get an alert and you can see what the heck's going on with these things right over here. So thanks for watching, folks. I greatly appreciate it. God bless. Have a fantastic evening, a great weekend, and hope to see you back here bright early at Monday at the opening bell. Take care. Bye-bye.